Hey guys. Hey kid. How are you, girlfriend? Hey Foxcat. Yeah, I haven't checked out your questions yet. Foxcat, sorry, hon. Yeah, when I'm doing that, I can't it's hard to concentrate on anything else, you know? Ken, how are you holding up, my friend? You doing okay? I know it's been a shitty day for you.
I'm sorry about your cat.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Poor little Max.
Max is in a good place.
Hey, Rosie. Hey. Yeah, Max is in a good place, that's for sure. Hopefully he'll come visit you soon to give you a little bit of maybe peace. Hey, Lizzie, what's happening? Oh, okay, Foxcat. I'll check him out later, honey. I'll definitely check him out. Okay, am I saying your name right? Nail? Is it Nail? Quiet at home. I'm so sorry, Ken. I know that's gotta suck so bad. I can't imagine. Oh, so sorry. Definitely has not been a good day for you, has it, Ken? That sucks. How's your other kitty?
She's mourning too.
Yeah.
Good, Dina.
Thanks, Rosie. Thank you, honey. Thank you.
Come on.
I could definitely try to connect with him, Ken. Oh, everybody left me. The dog was in here and the cat was in here and they just left. Yeah, no doubt, Ken. I get it, you know. Hey, JR, what's happening? What's happening? I bet, Ken. Jeez. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, you know. It's the same thing like when we have a loved one that's like 90 some years old and they pass away. It doesn't matter if you're knowing it's going to happen at some point. You know, knowing and dealing with it are two different things. So I totally understand. Ken. Aw. I feel bad for your other kitty. Hey, Abina, what's happening? Hey, Ocean Wave. Hey. Latuan, hey, what's happening, girl? What's happening? Oh, my goodness. It's supposed to be rainy here all weekend and chilly. Well, I say chilly, but I mean like in the 50s and raining and disgusting. And Monday on Memorial Day, I think, actually, let me look. I think it may call for a little bit better weather out here on Monday. Maybe. I hope. I'd really like to have a cookout. That would be fun, you know. Oh, yeah. Okay. So in the 50s Saturday and Sunday and raining. Monday 73 and sunny. Woohoo! So at least we'll be able to do a cookout. Be nice. Oh, Mr. V was saying that your kitty's in a good place now. That's what he was saying. Oh, good, Abina. Good. Oh, wow. Welcome, Lizzie. Welcome. First time. Pretty cool. Good, Latuan. Good. That doesn't happen very often. If you look at the comments on my videos, everybody's always going off on me because I mispronunciate somebody's name, you know? But think about it. Like, when I connect with somebody, I don't necessarily call them by their last name. You know what I mean? If it's somebody like Elvis Presley, then yeah, that's different. But you know what I mean? Like a normal person, I don't normally call them by their last name. So, because that's normally where I butcher their name is their last name. My fur baby dog has been very ill. Oh no. Oh, good. Good, Ocean Wave. I'm glad he's doing a little better. You've got a whole week of sun. Of course you do, Ken. You live in one of the most beautiful places in the world, don't you? Hey, Darlene, what's happening, girlfriend? Hey, Tammy, what's up? What's up? Thank you, LaSwan. Thank you, honey. You know, it's just, hey, they gotta have something to bitch about, right? You know, that's how I look at it. Oh, Elvis's middle name is Wesley. Did I say his middle name when no, I don't think I did. Well, I got a little Elvis story to tell y'all later. You get a kick out of it. Wow, it's like pouring outside and this couple is walking down the street. They walk every single night and it's like pouring and they're out there walking with no umbrella, just walking. Okay. Wow. Well, so Ken, there you go. At least you deserve a little bit of nice weather then, right? My sister lives in the Midwest and it's been raining. I forget. I think she said it was like 8 days straight or something until the other day. Hey, Aussie. Yeah, I thought it was Elvis Aaron Presley. That's what I thought. Ken, you're such a goofball. You're so funny. Yeah, you crack me up. Yeah, you definitely crack me up, girl. I'm glad you're doing okay. I was really worried about you. Like I said, you know, when people say, oh, when somebody's 90 and they die and people say, oh, they were in their 90s, oh, but they had a good life. But that still doesn't compensate, no matter how old they are, that's still your loved one that's passed, you know? So just, it's the same way with our fur babies. It's the exact same way, you know? He's not getting a shot at the Mercedes, no. You're funny. What is up with my hair, you guys? This weather is like killing my hair. I don't even know why I try. Okay, so collectively, how was everybody's week? Everybody have a good week? I have some suspicion that I have an underlying medical issue that makes it hard to lose weight. Oh, wow. Don't put it off then. You need to go. Don't put it off. Don't put it off. Oh, wow. It's 9 a.m. Saturday there. Nice. Perfect. Yeah, poor Ken. Her poor little kitty, Max. Feels so bad. Oh, wow. I didn't know that, Foxcat. Wow. Yeah, I lost my cousin this week. They buried him yesterday. That was rough. Supposedly, I guess he had fallen like a week ago and he was doing really good and then he suddenly died and they didn't even know. I guess when they did the autopsy, he oh, look at this, I'm sweating already, you guys. It's so hot in here. When they did the autopsy, they saw that he had he was bleeding on the brain and they didn't know it. Yep. So that pretty much sucked. I agree, Rosie. 3-day weekend. Yay! Woohoo! Glad you're having a good day, Foxcat. Right, Pat? It's just so hard. So hard when we lose our babies. It sucks. Ooh, Darlene, that sounds like fun. You guys don't forget, I'm not going to be here the next 2 Fridays because I'm leaving this next week and going to the Midwest, going to Kansas City, and then my sister and I are driving to Indiana for a family reunion, and then I'm spending 2 weeks with my sister. So, yay. I'm excited, but I'm bummed. I'm bummed that, hubby's not going. He's going to be stuck here working, so that part sucks. It'll be good to see my family, though. I have 2 uncles on that side of my family that aren't doing the greatest, so I'm looking forward to seeing them. Yeah, Ken, my cousin, he fell like a week ago, and yeah, he passed away the other day. We could have gone, I guess, to the funeral in Jacksonville, but with me going to my sister's next week, and yeah, it just sucks. Do I connect with the person? I do, in a lot of cases, I do. So one of my son's good friends that he grew up with and played baseball with passed away during a hunting accident. And we were at the funeral, and of course, like, the whole school was there, like, this place was packed. And I was connecting with him the whole time. Like, that happens a lot. Let's see. Some more news on Lori Vallow. Prosecutors are discussing charging her with Charles Vallow's murder. It's not decided as of yet. They need to be sure. I saw that, Ken. Good. The more charges they can throw against that psycho, the better. Yes, and so not only am I going to my sister's and then we're driving out to Indiana, but my brother and his son are meeting us in Indiana for the family reunion. So I get to see my brother and my nephew. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Lots and lots of fun. Fernandina Beach? Oh, nice. Yeah, that would be cool, Foxcat. Well, so here's the thing with my cousin. So my cousins on my dad's side of the family are so much older because my dad was older when he had me. So my cousins are like much older. So I was close to their kids because their kids were my age. Okay. So, Terry was a lot older, but he was just a really cool guy. Goofball, funny as could be, always joking. We went out to, I think it was 2019. His daughter, my cousin, Teresa, died. And we went out there, and as hard as it was, he had just lost his daughter. He was just joking and just being a goofball, He was just a good guy like that. Thanks, Ocean Wave. Elizabeth Barans. Wow, really? That's horrible. Wow. Let me put her on my list. I'll put her on my little notepad here and then transfer it to my list. Yeah, so I had on here that I wanted to talk about Lori Vallow. So, does anybody here actually believe that what are the words? That Lori's unfit to stand trial? Does anybody really think for a second that she's crazy? Because I don't. Oh no, Abina, I'm so sorry. I bet. I'm so sorry. That sucks. Yeah, so true, Latuan. I met my sister in Vegas in September. And then I have 2 uncles that live in Indiana that aren't doing very good. So it could be the last time I get to see them. So I definitely wanted to go and spend some time with them, So yeah, I love hanging out with my sister. She's like my best friend, so I'm cool with that. I love hanging out with her. Hey, Angela, what's happening? What's happening? Yeah, she's totally not crazy. Well, okay, Foxcat, I'll give you this. She would have to be crazy in some aspect to do the things that she's done. You know, to outright kill her kids and yeah. But as far as her not knowing right from wrong, bullshit. I call total BS. She knows right from wrong, you know? So they can say all they want that she's unfit, but she knows right from wrong. She is not unfit. She's like, yep, exactly. Yep, that's exactly what's going on. I said the same thing, Ken. I was like, she's just waiting for his case to go through to see what's going to happen with him so she can then try to bargain. That's exactly what she's doing. I've seen that ocean wave, specifically in like family members, especially. I've seen that several times. I totally believe that. Lawyer's not crazy, it's BS. Her lawyers made that up. She knows that. Exactly. And here's the other thing. And I'm not going to say that this is the psychic side of me that gets this, because I don't even know if it's actually the psychic part of me or if it's just, I don't know how to explain it, but there's something going on with Lori and that lawyer. I think there's something going on. I think that's why, you know, he's choosing to continue, you know, to drop his pay down to probably 1/3 of what he was making when she was paying him, you know, and now he's going to drop the amount down for her. There's something going on with him. Come on. It's definitely a tactic. You got that right. Yep. Exactly, Ken. Exactly, Pat. That's what I'm saying. She's definitely okay to stand trial, but she's definitely screwed in the head. I mean, come on. You know, and who was it? I don't know. I was reading something, maybe from an interview that one of her family members did or something. And they were making it sound like, oh, you know, Chad came into her life and then all of a sudden she went psycho crazy. Come on. She was psycho crazy before Chad ever stepped foot in. Now, do I think Chad added to it? Of course. Like, he's a POS. And, you know, come on. Look at Lori and look at Chad. You know, Chad's thinking, oh, I hit the jackpot. Look how hot she is. You know what I mean? Like, in his little geeky world, you know, he thinks he hit the jackpot with that bimbo. But she was crazy long before he came along. He just added to it. That's it. My intuition. It has, not from a psychic, you know, perspective, but I really think there's something going on there. There's more than meets the eye there. Yeah. Wow. Husband number 6. That's insane. I would question Lori's psychological state for the rest of her life. Right. No, I totally, I mean, 180% there's something wrong with the chick, you know? But there's also like that line between being screwed up and then knowing that you're screwed. You know what I mean? Like, she knows what she's doing is wrong. Come on. She knows exactly what she's doing. You know, she was conniving, and I mean, look at that. When the police showed up at her house and they had their, you know, their little camera that's on the front of their shirt on, the cops did. And she was sitting there like, oh, you know, like flirting with the cop, obviously. You know what I mean? Like, she knew exactly what she was doing. She knew when they came to the door asking about JJ, she needed to get rid of him. And she knew exactly how to do it by, you know, pouring on her little miss. Oh, I'm just a sweet, innocent, little blonde-haired chick. who now, let me add, is not blonde. We all know this for a fact. She has dark brown hair. You didn't have anybody fooled, Lori. Sorry. Yeah. I feel bad when the kids get more. Exactly. Me too. I do too. I mean, it's horrible because, like, you know, we can't pick our parents, you know? Even if she wasn't fit, I wouldn't want her around others. Exactly. Exactly. Wow. Her dad was schizophrenic. Wow. That could answer. You know, that tends to be, isn't schizophrenia the one that tends to be hereditary, I thought? Or is that bipolar that's hereditary? I don't know. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. She's definitely scuzzy. Wow. That's funny. But Ken, didn't she, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, but didn't she, like, wasn't she making threats towards Colby's dad, saying she was going to kill him? Am I making that up? Because I thought that was before Chad came into the picture. I thought before Chad was in the picture, she threatened to kill him. Tylee and Colby's dad. Maybe I'm making that up. I don't know. Hey, Julia, what are you doing, girlfriend? Haven't seen you in a bit. Oh, both are. Okay. Hey, Pit Boss, what's happening? Welcome. She definitely has those traits. Good Lord. Yes, she does. You would think, Ken, right? I mean, especially if she were, I mean, you would think, especially with schizophrenia, you would think that somebody would have diagnosed it by now. Who knows? What about walk-ins and entities? I often wonder when I hear about these gruesome crimes. What do you mean, honey? What do you mean? I don't know what. Sorry. Hey, Lizzie V. Savage, what's happening? What's happening? Was it the same time, Ken? For some reason, I thought it was like before she, like, maybe she knew Chad from going to his little, like, conferences or whatever, but I don't think she actually, like, knew him really well when she, I could be wrong, though. You might be right. I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. True, Foxcat. I mean, that's shitty for any kid to be thrown into a family with a bunch of moronic parents. Very true, Latuan. That could definitely be it. You know, maybe she just hasn't had a lot of outright episodes or whatever to where people have noticed. Who knows? Heck, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I'll just play one on TV. Remember that commercial from the, what's his name? McDreamy from Grey's Anatomy? That commercial. What disturbs me is that Chad and Lori have used spiritual beliefs such as having been married in previous lives, etc. That is screwed up, Aussie. I agree. That's really screwed up. I mean, they just make anybody that is religious, it just makes them look bad, right? I mean, she shrugged up, probably your lawyer, helping her appear out of it. That's a good one, Pat. That could very well be. Oh, you might be onto something there, Pat. I am still having the dreams about the little girl, and I'm still having tsunami, earthquakes, and now tornado dreams. And I saw, I guess there were a couple of earthquakes overseas again, and yeah, excuse me, it's driving me crazy, trust me. Oh, yeah, that's right, Ken. That's right. Oh, that's right. He actually got shot at. That's right. Missed you too, Julia. Are you kidding me, JR? There's a friggin' movie coming out about her. She better not be making a penny off of that. Not a penny. Yeah, I thought that's how they met. Like, she went to his conference and she had known about his books and stuff. Okay, that makes sense, Ken. Okay, Melanie. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, there was something about Ken. I can't. Oh, you know what it was. I know what it was. It goes back to when she was fighting for custody of Tylee when Tylee was little. She had supposedly made threats against Tylee's dad at that time. I remember now. She was like, he's lucky I haven't killed him yet, or something like that. She said something like that to the CPS workers. Or the guardian ad litem. Maybe it was the guardian ad litem that was assigned to Tylee. Yeah, she's a nutcase. Do you have any insight about baby boy Cash and Orson and Little Man in Vegas? Lots of babies being killed. Another channel said Orson have been talking to her and told her where they are. Oh, wow. Well, if that's the case, then they need to go find those poor little boys. I haven't, like, tried to get anything from Orson again. It's just such a sad case, though, you guys. I a lot of times in cases like that, a lot of times I have to kind of back off from them. Yeah, because like on an emotional level, it's just really hard to deal with. So a lot of times I just kind of have to like step away from those. Yeah, so that's probably why I haven't done a lot with that at this point, because it's just too hard. Definitely, Ken, definitely. Hey, Rochelle, what's happening? That's right, JR. Wow, okay. That makes sense. Okay, wow, okay. I've tried Foxcat. Excuse me, I've tried, I've looked online. Because there's so many cities around me because I'm in the DC area. So, I've tried. I don't know at this point. I've really tried and I don't know. But I keep feeling like this little girl hasn't been abducted. So I don't think she's been abducted yet. I think it's like something in the future. And hopefully before it happens, maybe I'll figure it out. But it drives me nuts because I try whenever I'm dreaming about it, I try so hard to like focus in on things and I'm not getting anywhere with it. She turned in the videos and Baker. Oh, please. Oh, really? Nice. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Tylee's dad. Yeah. I don't know, Lizzie. That could be it. Rosie, it's funny that you mentioned Maya Millette. So before my last Friday Night Live, I guess it was, I don't know. It's been a long week, y'all. So I don't know if it was, the night before, a couple days before. I don't know. I don't remember. But I was dreaming about this girl. And then on Friday during the day, last Friday, I was having visions of her. And apparently somebody had, in my comment section, somebody had asked me if I would look into that case. I didn't read it. I didn't see it apparently, but my husband saw it. So during the day, Friday, I started like researching, trying to find this because I knew her face, right? I knew what I was seeing. And it was my amulet. Yeah. Yeah. So I may try to do a video about her. I'm not sure. I'm going to try to connect with her again, see what I get, see if I can get any kind of information. Yeah, it's kind of hard sometimes, you know, especially with the kids. Like, I mean, not that it's not hard when adults pass, but it's just so much harder when it's kids, you know? Right, Foxcat. That's why I've been trying to like figure it out, because I really feel like she hasn't been abducted yet. But here's the thing. It doesn't make sense to me. So if she hasn't been abducted yet, it doesn't make sense to me how when I was seeing her in her bedroom, in her house, and then I was seeing her dad, and then her dad was being consoled by this woman, and there were cops everywhere. So it was like he was like saying that she had been abducted or something, but he was the one that was abusing her, if that makes any sense. So to me, I'm like, if it's his own kid, he's abusing her, and then he kills her. And so maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's a stepchild or his daughter. I don't know. But it's so confusing and it's so overwhelming. I've tried to figure it out. I still have that stupid dream every night, and it's so frustrating not to know what the heck I'm dreaming. Yeah, I agree, Latuan. Yeah. I don't know, Foxcat. Yeah, oh, did you guys hear Molly Tibbetts? Did you hear about that case? It was a migrant worker. He worked on a farm, you know, that killed her. He was found guilty of first-degree murder today. He'll be sentenced in July. Woohoo! Good. It's just so sad, though. Like, all these people taking people's lives for what? You know? I just don't understand it. Yeah, I had that on here, Ken, about Charles Ballow. It would be so good if they got her for that. That would be so good. That would be awesome. I'm so glad they finally, you know, okay, so did you guys see, so on JJ's birthday, they charged them. Oh, goodness. Oh, excuse me, you guys. I don't know where that came from. On his birthday, they charged him with murder, right? And then the judge was saying that he had like held a sidebar with Lori and her attorney or whatever, and with Mr. Woods. And then all of a sudden, of course, the next day it comes out that back in April, Lori is unfit to be tried. Ugh. I did see that about that poor little boy. I saw that. That is so screwed up. That's so screwed up. The migrant said 2 men made him do it. Okay, were they green and about this big? I cracked myself up. Little green men, y'all. Sorry. gosh, I can't stop yawning. Gotta wake up. Hey, Candy Cane, what's happening, girl? Yeah, that's so sad. Oh my gosh, I saw that. I was like, it's just so screwed up. What the hell is wrong with people? Like, what's wrong with people? I don't know what it is, but it's crazy. Okay. What? I didn't even hear anything about that, Candy. Nothing. What? I didn't hear anything about that. That's absolutely insane. It's wild, Foxcat. That's crazy. You guys. I hate yawning. Every time I yawn, my eyes water. So annoying. I've never been able to yawn without my eyes watering. What's wrong with me? Oh my gosh, Rochelle, I saw that. Oh, and then another one, I guess 8 died yesterday, and then 1 died last night. So sad. Yeah, I'll definitely add it. Wait a minute, where did I write? Guys, I'm losing my mind. There we go. Yeah, San Jose, you guys have had that mass shooting a while ago where those 2 psychos went into the husband and wife went into the Christmas party and shot everybody up and then tried to get away and were killed. Crazy. Sorry, guys. Oh my gosh. I know, Candy. He was very like, what's the word? He was like really like reserved, I guess is the word. You know, it was like, and I didn't, when connecting like that on camera, I didn't want him to like pull back and disappear. So that's why I kind of just like let him do his own thing. You know, I didn't want to like keep trying to pull stuff out of him because I was afraid he was going to disappear. Exactly, Latuan. Trust me, I think about that all the time. Like, look, I'm that person. Any store I go to, grocery store, people always come up and start talking to me. Always. And I actually had one incident where this lady came up and was talking to me, and I just was like, I need to get away from her. I need to seriously get away from her. And I literally set my little basket down and walked off and pretended like I forgot something because she gave me the creeps. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys. Eyes are watering so bad. Oh, that's so messed up. A new series about Ghislaine Maxwell. Wow. The Catholic Church used to own it, and then the state took over, or whatever they called it in Canada. Wow, really? Wow. That's insane. Oh, that is insane. You guys, I'm burning up. You know how it goes. It's hot as crap in here. Man, I had my hair tie that I was going to bring in here and put my hair up when it got hot, and now I can't find it. Did I drop it? Yeah, I must have left it in the other room. Whew. Oh my God, you guys, it's hot. It has been. I don't know why I'm so tired. Like, I thought I slept last night, but then again, I wake up with all these stupid dreams. It's horrible. Baby Cash Case has me baffled at how much hate is in this world. I know, right? So screwed up. Hey, Jamie, what's happening? Oh, thanks, Candy. Thank you, honey. I don't know what was up with her. I couldn't really, like, I didn't touch her or anything, so if I would have touched her, I would have been able to see a little better, but I was just, like, afraid. Like, I was legitimately afraid of her. I don't know why I was afraid of her, but I was afraid of her. And then the last time hubby and I went to the beach, we had a hurricane that day. It was a Cat 1. It was like really nothing. The condo place that we stayed at lost power, but my cousin and his wife were at the other end of Virginia Beach, and they had rented a hotel room on the beach. They live in Virginia Beach because they wanted to see the hurricane and see the waves and all that. So we just went over there and had a good old time. And anyway, we came back, and the last night we were at the beach, it had started pouring down rain, and we were trying to get back to our room because we had walked down the boardwalk a long ways to get something to eat. And we ran into this 7-Eleven to get a drink to take back to the condo with us to get water for the night. And this guy, I said to my husband, I'm like, we have to get away from him. Like, right now, we have to get away from him. I just saw it with him. I just saw, like, bad stuff. Like, he had, like, raped women and done some really crappy stuff. Like, it was scary. He was like a homeless guy, I guess, there at Virginia Beach. There's a bunch of homeless people that live there at the beach, and he was definitely scary. Elvis Granton sure stepped up and was funny. Yeah, definitely. He was. Like, I'm like trying to stay connected to Elvis, and then somebody else is coming through, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, what's going on? Yeah. 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 Yeah, it's probably the heat. These lights aren't helping, but we only have 2 lights on tonight because I was like, I can't deal with all 3 of them. Yeah, 215 kids. Good Lord. Maciel. Good evening, Victoria. Everyone doing? Oh, I'm glad you came, though. We're glad you're here, honey. I know, and that's so pathetic, Ken. I could not believe that when I saw that. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah. Are they really trying to turn it into a race thing? It didn't have anything to do with race. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I do. There have been many times, Jamie, that I do. It's not that often that I get headaches connected to my psychic abilities. I get headaches because I have Chiari and I've had all the brain surgeries, but it has happened before. My husband and I were attending this church a couple years ago, and we walked in, and there was literally 1,000 people in the church. It was horrible. My head was pounding. My back was killing me. Like, it was bad. I literally went out of there and went to the restroom because it was like overwhelming. I mean, I was feeling everybody and everything. It was just, yeah, it was crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh, you guys, let me tell you, let's talk about something funny. Okay. Ready for this? Y'all ready? Are y'all ready for this? Okay, so my mother-in-law, my husband's mom, Mary, she told us a story which was supposedly true. Supposedly it was true. I didn't want to bother Elvis with talking to him about it. And by the way, there were a couple places where he was telling me a few things here and there that I didn't say out loud, you know, because it was like personal stuff that, you know, just so you know. I probably should have said something at the beginning of the video. I think, in fact, from now on, when I do those type of videos, I'm going to definitely say something about it, because there were a couple of times when he said some private things, you know, and I didn't think it needed to be on the video, you know. So anyway, so my mother-in-law, she was quite the looker back in her day. She was a very nice looking woman. And, you know, she was born and raised in Arkansas. She apparently was walking down the street in some small town in Arkansas, and she sees this guy leaning up against his motorcycle, and he sees her, and their eyes, you know, meet, and he's like, "Hey, you want to go for a ride?" And she's like, "Heck yeah." She runs over, hops on his bike. They go for a motorcycle ride. They literally hung out like the whole day, apparently. They went all over the place and just had all kinds of fun. Comes back, and he drops her off, and he's like, "Hey, you know, can I call you? Like, can we go out again?" And she was like, "No, I was just using you for your motorcycle. I just wanted to ride." It was Elvis Presley, but it was Elvis Presley like before he was famous. So I said, when she told us the story, I was like, "Do you mean to tell me I could be married to Elvis Presley's son right now?" Yeah. So, yeah, sorry. It's a true story, though. I guess, like, everybody in the town knew about it and heard about it and, like, saw her get on the bike, and so everybody was talking about it or something. You know, I'm sure she was the talk of the big town there in no man's land, Arkansas, out in the middle of nowhere. Okay. I know, I need a fan. I had a fan in here. Excuse me. But when we redid the office, I don't know where it went. But I do know I had it in here a couple times after we redid this room. And it interfered with the sound of my videos or something. So that's probably why. You've been posting some really great pictures on Instagram. Oh, good. Thanks, Candy. I loved that one about, you know, if you start laughing, you know it's me. Thanks, Jamie. I know, Elvis, he was so... It really surprised me, though, because you know how, you know, if you've never met someone in person and you see a specific side of them on TV, you just expect that, you know, or no, I'm not saying it wrong. You expect them to be different than what you see on TV, right? But he was like, just like himself. He sounded exactly the same. He was just really down to earth, very laid back, very relaxed. Pretty cool guy. Wow. I don't know, Lizzie. I don't know. We got to figure this stuff out, though. Everything that's going on in this country, I mean, we've got to get this stuff figured out. It's, you know, there's so many issues with race, and there's so many issues with wanting to defund the police, and we got to figure this stuff out. Like, we have got to, as people, just as human beings, we've got to, like, rise above all this shit. It shouldn't have anything to do, you know, with politics and color, and it burns me up that there's still an issue with race in this country. Why do we still have an issue with race in this country? Why? I don't understand it. Jamie, thank you. I do need a she shed. But unfortunately, the only space that I would have to turn into a she shed, I can't do it. It's my husband's space. Plus, oh my gosh, my husband, he bought, you know, those big, huge umbrellas that that'll like go over and down. I don't know how to explain them. On your back deck, he bought one. So nice. He picked it up today. So nice. And I was like, oh, it's going to be too big. It's not going to work. It's going to be too big. It fit perfect. It's so nice because I love to sit out, you know, and watch the water out back. But it just gets so hot with that sun, you know, beating down on you in the afternoon. So it's like perfect. So I'm going to sit out there more often, enjoy the water. Like that you answer questions to ask them and you say the response. It could be a way of talk to ghosts, whether you're psychic or not. True. Very true, Foxcat. Thank you. That kidnapper, murderer is friends with the children's brothers, and the mother actually caught him in the house one time, and they have video of him spying in the backyard. What? Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Hey, Afton, what's happening? Happy Friday. Ugh, unbelievable. See, I didn't know any of this. Oh my gosh. I do, Latuan. I do. I know in a lot of cases I can like tone it down to where I can control it. But when there's just so many people, like when I walked into that church and there's like 1,000 people, I can't. Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. We do need to come together and rise against the bullshit in this country. Jamie, you're so right. We do. It just gets so frustrating. Like, I don't like to watch the news for obvious reasons. And I've actually gotten really good because my husband will have like the news running in the background, like, but I've gotten to where I can just completely tone it out because the times that I don't tone it out, that like they'll have like a title up on there and I'll look up and I always get upset. Like, I just can't watch that crap. Like, it's just the same thing over and over and over and over. And there's like no answer to change anything. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's come up with the answers, you know? Yeah, I'm so glad he got it. I was kind of bummed at what he spent on it at first. I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're spending this kind of money on this. But it's really nice, y'all. It's really nice. The only thing he didn't factor into the situation, we went last year and bought these 2 really nice rocker recliners for our back deck. And they, you know, they have like paddings like this thick, right? They're like so comfortable. They're red cushions. He bought a green umbrella. I said, Christmas. He said, well, we can just celebrate Christmas out here. I said, all right then. Oh, and the other cool thing, it has solar lights. So like, you know, the rungs of the umbrella, it has solar lights on them. Isn't that cool? I was like, dang, oh, that's really cool. So in the summer when it's nice out, we can go sit out there and have our little lights on. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, we do need to protect ourselves and our kids, especially with all these psychos out here now. What the hell? It's just insane. Sorry, I say this as I see the little boy across the street. Mom and dad are never around, and this kid just runs up and down the street, and there are no parents around. It's frustrating. We had a kid, like at the beginning of our street, we had a kid get hit. He was out in the street playing and someone was driving too fast and hit him. Thank God he didn't die. But, and then you have parents who just let their kids roam the streets. I mean, this kid is what, like 4 or 5? I don't know. I don't even think he's 5. He's got to be like 4. He's like 4. Crazy. Me too, Afton. I love to watch water. You know, I wish I lived at the beach. You know, if I lived at the ocean, but I just have to settle with the big pond we have out back. You know, but it's relaxing to me to watch the geese. The only thing that's not relaxing that nobody told me about when we built here was that at 3 o'clock in the morning, hundreds of geese land on this pond. I counted one day. This is how bad it was. The geese were landing and it was so loud. I was wide awake. I could not sleep. So I physically went out on the back deck and counted the geese, and there were 380 geese that landed on the pond at the same time at 3 o'clock in the morning. Every single night at 3 o'clock in the morning they land. I mean, I'm more used to it now. That was more so back when we first, you know, lived here, but yeah. The family doesn't deserve the treatment that folks are dishing out. Yeah. Hey, Emily, what's happening? Emily Pemily. I like that. I heard Elvis had calm demeanor and on stage was like a whole new person. Yeah, he was definitely so calm and so just relaxed, I guess is the word. Yeah. My mother-in-law was like that, though. I mean, you know, it was a much more innocent time back then, you know. Thankfully, he didn't, like, kill her or anything, but but that's how she was. Like, she was just a real... My mother-in-law was just, like, a really happy-go-lucky, let's have fun kind of person, you know. Yeah. Our worst enemy is ourselves. USA will be destroyed. Exactly. Unfortunately, that's what's going on. Excuse me. Oh, bye, Lizzie. Bye, bye, bye. Thanks for stopping by, Lizzie. Have a great day, honey, or night. Have a great night. Hey, Copper, what's happening? Hey. Okay, you guys, let me get caught up here. Let's get caught up here. Okay. People don't understand. You don't have the answers to everything. They get greedy and roots of irritating. Sorry to feel that. It's just life, you know? That's all right. People are just people. This is what I have to say about that. I don't care what color you are. If you're a good person, you're a good person. If you're a moron, you're a moron. I don't care what color you are. You know? Seriously. I mean, you can be a moron no matter what color you are. We all come in different shapes, sizes, colors, and some can be morons and others are even worse. That's so funny, Candy. That is so funny. Did I tell you my Macho Man story? Excuse me. I was living near, oh my gosh, excuse me. Excuse me. I was living near an arena, and I guess they had, not I guess, there was I can't even think now, wrestling that night. Sorry. And then down the street was this little bar. Well, the bar happened to be close to my house. And he walked in. And the guy he was fighting walked in, and they were like friends, right? But yeah. So, and I actually ran into him. Where was I flying from? I don't remember where I was going. But he was on the plane, same flight I was on. Nice guy, really nice guy. Yeah, I don't blame you. I'd be paranoid too. If I had little kids right now, whew. There were 2 more charges filed on Brown today, where he was found in a house standing over a little girl. Her grandpa found him. Oh my God. Excuse me. Oh, wow. I love Michael. Such a good guy. Yeah. I can't deal with the cases with kids. It just kills me. It really kills me. I'm still waiting for this photo of it in summer. What did I forget, Ken? What was I supposed to do? Ella. Oh, my kitty cat's trying to get in. Hang on. Ella. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come in. Hi. Okay. Sorry, guys. Ella. Come here. Come here. Come see me. Come here. Come on. Come on. Here you are. Here you are. Say hi to the peoples. Oh, your poor eyes. Here we go again with your eyes. I'm so sorry. Got such pathetic eyes. Okay. Where am I at? Cat hair. Where you going? Oh, bye, Pat. Bye, honey. Have a great weekend and a great week and the next 2 weeks. Have a great couple weeks. I don't blame you, Latuan. I don't blame you one bit, girl. You just don't know nowadays, you know? Crazy people out there. Victoria, I have to ask, do you have weird dreams about the future? I do. I do. More than I even talk about. Didn't I post one, Ken? I thought I posted one. I'll post one. I'll take one tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Got cat hair stuck all over me. I did count the geese because I couldn't sleep. So I was like, I'm gonna go count. Because you know, if you look out at our pond, if 380 geese, the pond is huge. So 380 geese doesn't, it's like one little tiny small section, right? So I mean, to think about it, there have been times when we've probably had 1,000 geese out there. Like, it's insane, you know? No, probably not. That's insane. No, probably 500-600 though. Yep. Jamie, that's so funny. That's so funny that you said my cat looks like Toothless, because my husband said we should have named her Toothless. That's funny. Because she does look like Toothless. Yeah, I thought, Ken, you're throwing me off my game. I thought Pat was leaving. Yeah, I'm going to post probably one a week. If I get them recorded this weekend. If I don't, sorry. I'm going to be out of town. I don't go out of town though till Thursday, so I don't fly out till next Thursday, so I got plenty of time. Plenty of time, especially now that it's going to be crappy all weekend, so we can't do anything. I might as well just record videos. It's cold there. Where are you at, Jamie? Ken, maybe I didn't post it, but I swear I thought I posted, because I know I took a picture to post. Maybe I did. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? What are you doing? Ella, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's so funny. Victoria, do you guys have a family summer vacation spot or town you like to go to? Yeah, we usually end up going to Virginia Beach, but we almost always go like the first week of September, and that's like hurricane season. And the last time we went 2 years ago, you know, the year before the pandemic hit, the hurricane hit. It was only a Cat 1, but still. And I was like, Yeah, it's nice because it doesn't cost as much, to go after the beginning of September. But my husband's like, no, we're going in July. So I guess we're going to go to the beach in July. But I haven't decided. I don't know if I was thinking about maybe trying out the Outer Banks, maybe. Because growing up, I went to Curry Beach in North Carolina. And, hubby and I and the kids had started going there. But now we've kind of gotten the habit of going to Virginia Beach. So I don't know. For a while, we went to Dewey Beach. Went to Rehoboth. No, not Dewey. Rehoboth. Sorry. Rehoboth in Delaware. So I don't know. We're pretty close to all of it. Even if we go to the Outer Banks, it's like a 6-hour drive, I think, or something. So. Do you ever get messages from your cat? I don't. It's kind of weird because sometimes I can communicate with animals. It's kind of weird, I know, but with my own cat, no. She just thinks I'm crazy. Don't you, Ella? Ella, what are you doing? Here, let me open this door for her before she bites the door in half. You can't tear up the door. There you go. There you go. Go. Go get Daddy. Sorry, guys. Kitty cats come first. Recycling compression. What do you think about Donald Trump and his daughter's relationship? To me, it's creepy, but I could be wrong. I will say this, JR. I don't understand their relationship. But I also was not raised like them. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth to where everything was handed to me. You know what I mean? And so I don't know if that makes a difference, but it is kind of weird. They're like really close. And I know some of the things that the reporters have said, that quotes that he said about his kids and stuff. I'm like, why'd you say that? So I don't know. When we got off with the kids, they stay close. No wandering off when they play in the yard and all. There you go. It's so scary nowadays, darling. Like, and like I said, the little boy across the street, I don't see him out there now. His dad must have grabbed him. When he's home so it's a husband and wife. The little boy's like 4. They have a daughter that's probably 2. And then they have this maybe 13-year-old kid that's over there every now and then on the weekends. So I guess maybe they share custody. But constantly, if the mom's home with the 2 younger kids, the little boy comes running outside and he's in the road, up and down the street, in everybody's yard. Like, now, if the dad's home, he'll generally, within 20 minutes or something, he'll catch the little boy, outside. But the kid like escapes outside. And my thinking is, okay, put like a bell on the damn door or something. So if you hear the bell, your kid just went out. I mean, because he's going to get hit by a car or he's going to get abducted. You know what I mean? Like, he's just out roaming around. And so their house is across the street, and like catty corner behind their house, okay, is like a shopping center. There's a shopping center up there, right? And there's like a gas station. We've never had, in 23 years, never had any problems here. But there's that gas station up there. When it used to be open, 24/7. They got robbed like twice, right? I mean, it's a fairly, nice, there's a Habitat for Humanity restore thrift shop up there. There's a gas station. There's Taekwondo. There's like 2 restaurants. There's a McDonald's. There's a Domino's. So like, it's not like a bad, we live in a decent neighborhood, but still, right behind catty corner from their house, and if as the kid gets older, what is he going to end up there in the shopping center? You know what I mean? Like, it's just scary. It's just really scary. Just about it, but it's scary. You need to post pics of your kitty and just say toothless. I will. I'll do that. Sorry about the misspellings. I need new glasses. Oh, no worries, honey. No worries. Yeah. She did one out. Oh, yeah. The cat and the dog come first. Sorry. Sorry. They always come first. Yeah. Hey, Taylor, what's happening? Shell, how are you? Hey. Oh, bye, the Swan. Bye, sweetie. Have a great week. Have a great 2.5 weeks. Take care of yourself, honey. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, Pat, I was talking about, so the neighbors across the street, they've only lived there for like, maybe they've been there like 6 months. Yeah, and I guess from what I gather, he like owns a couple of businesses, so he's not home a lot. The dad, the guy, the husband, he's not home a lot. The mom's home. And of course, she's home with like a little 2-year-old daughter and then her 4-year-old son. And then like every now and then on the weekend, there's like a 12 or 13-year-old boy there. But when she's home with just the 2 kids, the little boy sneaks out the front door and he's out roaming around in the street and all over the neighborhood. When the dad's home, he'll usually catch it pretty quick that he's outside, but the mom doesn't. Like, you know, and it's not my place to like discipline the kid, you know what I mean? But there was one time I was out there and I was like, you need to get out of the street. And I think I scared him because he like turned around and ran home and went into his house. And I'm sure his mom probably got an earful, but I don't care. Like, he was running around the street. He was going to end up dead. The way the Amazon drivers and the FedEx drivers and people drive through our subdivision, yeah. Like I said, at the end of our street, a kid got hit last year. Was it last year? Last summer, I think. So it's like, you know, she needs to put like a daggone bell on the door or something. And when she hears the bell, she needs to come down and get her son because, I mean, someone could easily take him. You know what I mean? I mean, we live in a nice area, but still, it doesn't matter. Psychos everywhere. You know what I mean? Yeah. Shell. Oh, wow. His last college game, he's a pitcher? Wow, that's awesome. My son was excellent at baseball. He was playing on a men's league up until a couple of years ago. He was really good. It sucks. I loved watching him play. It sucks now that he doesn't play. I know, girl. I haven't seen you in forever. Do you have panic or anxiety when you see children without supervision? I do have definitely. I mean, I don't really have a problem with panic attacks or anxiety or anything like that. But when I see him out, I'm always like, oh my gosh, you know, I do get panicky. Like, you know, especially when there are parents that don't keep an eye on them, like, you know? Yeah, it's very dangerous. Shell, that's how we were. Our son at one time, he was on like AAU and the travel team. So like we were gone every weekend. You know, we were out of town at a hotel every weekend, but we loved it. Oh my gosh, we loved it. It was so much fun. And especially when your kid's good, you know what I mean? Like, I hate to say that, but when your kid's a good player, it's so much fun to watch them, you know? It's awesome. Okay, there's mind reader devices for cats and dog team. It only works on alive ones, and it might work on babies. Also, can a psychic hear words from a dog or cat? They really said. Yeah, definitely. I mean, there are psychics out there that specifically like only deal with pets. I'm not able to communicate with every single animal, but there are animals that I've been able to communicate with and that I can hear. I know that sounds weird, but it's real. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Jamie. That's, you know, and he has like, if the little kid walked up the street like 300 yards, it's at like a major road, right? The end of our street's like at a major road. And when I say a major road, like they race up and down. You know, there's always motorcycles and cars racing. In fact, the big pond that's behind us, many people have crashed in that pond. Okay, thankfully we haven't had anybody go into the pond for, I think it's been like 2 years. But we did in the wintertime. So behind us is the big pond, and then there's like a side road that comes around onto our street. And then on the other side of that, there's another, like, it's more like a runoff type thing over there. And in the winter, I woke up in the middle of the night and there's a tow truck out there pulling a minivan out of that runoff over there. Like, but we've had people go into the water. We've, ran down with blankets and, trying to help them, so they don't drown. And we've had cars go in there. We've had motorcycles go in there. I mean, people just drive like maniacs. And the main street that's on the other side of the pond over here, there's like a lip in the road. So when you come down the hill behind our house, it's like not even. There's like a little lip. And if your tire catches it, it'll pull you. And that's what happens. People are flying down the road and they'll get their tire on that lip and it'll pull them and they'll end up right in the pond. Like they go right through the trees. They're not trees. They're like big bushes. And we have like a fence around it. And so they go right through the bushes and the fence and into the pond. Happens all the time. I mean, we know the sound now. When we hear you'll usually hear like squealing tires and then you hear the big splash. And we're like, uh-oh, call 911. Yeah. I love watching my kids play. My boy's been playing rugby. Aw. His mom is fairly young. When they first moved in, they're a Muslim couple. And when they first moved in, they were standing outside and I was like, oh, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Introduced myself. And the husband was like kind of like ignoring me. And then a few days later, I saw him and I waved to him and he just kind of like turned around and I was like, what the heck? Well, I think it was because if his wife's not right there, it's out of disrespect or something. But when I first met him, he didn't want to talk to me. He eventually did. But if his wife wasn't out there, he didn't want to talk to me. Well, now he's just like, oh, hey, he sees me and he waves because I say hey, whether he waves back or not, But yeah, she is younger. Yeah. I mean, they're both young. Like when I was seeing this 12, 13-year-old little boy over there on occasion, I'm like, wonder where he came from, because they're both really young. I mean, they're probably, early 20s, mid 20s, maybe. I mean, maybe the guy's older. Maybe I'm just way off, but because I'm thinking maybe it's his child from another relationship. Woo, kids are the best joy in the world. Exactly. For sure, he's played on scholarship last. Oh, nice. Yeah. Aw, show. Hey, Hillary, what's happening? Yeah, let me tell you. So I have this horrendous fear of bridges, right? I can swim, but I'm scared to death. I'm going to be on a bridge. It's going to collapse and I'm going to go in the water and I'm going to drown, right? That's my biggest fear. And it's ironic that, of course, we live on this big, huge pond that all these morons end up inside of, because we had the one night my husband was asleep. I heard it. I ran outside and I heard people screaming for help. And I was trying to wake my husband up. I grabbed some blankets and I ran out. I think there were 3 people in the car. 2 had gotten out and they were saying that there was another person that hadn't gotten out. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm thinking, great, it's freezing cold. Now let me go jump and save this moron's butt, right? Thank goodness I didn't jump in and go try to save the moron, because there was no moron. The lady was like, oh, it's just the 2 of us. And I'm like, what, you were calling for some guy. What do you said there was another person. Because I was like, are you guys all out? Are you okay? Are you out? Are you okay? No, he's still in there. Well, the other girl was saying, no, he's still in there. I guess she was drunk, but she wasn't the driver. The other one was driving. And the other one was the one that was like, no, he's not with us. We dropped him off. And I'm like, I almost jumped in there and froze my butt off for nothing. And then we had this poor child. This kid was probably 15. And I guess he had like broken into some cars. Like we have like behind our house up a little ways, there's like another big, huge housing subdivision. And apparently he was breaking into cars and the police saw him. And so they started chasing him. So he jumped in the pond, right? And I guess he thought, oh, it's a pond. It's not deep. But it's like 13 or 18 feet deep in the center. So he jumps in the pond and he can't swim. So he had to pull his butt out. And then we had another kid, ironically enough, like 2 years later, we had another kid that was being chased by the police who thought he would be a smart aleck and jump in the pond and just stay underneath the water, and the cop, because the cop was running around with a flashlight trying to find him. Well, hello, you can't stay underwater forever. You have to come up and breathe. So when he came up to breathe, of course, the cop's standing right there, with the flashlight on him. Dumb kids, man. But yeah. But we've never had like a problem in our neighborhood. It's always like when this stuff happens, it's always some other neighborhood. The kids are coming over here running from the police, So weird. Yeah, they do look older. That's so true. Yeah, I just can't do bridges. Trucks don't bother me. I can't do the whole bridge thing. Like it's insane. What is that bridge that goes to Ocean City, Maryland? What the heck is it called? It's this humongous bridge. Like, I mean, we're talking like it goes on and on and on and on. Excuse me, it's scary. Bay Bridge, is that it? Bay Bridge, I think. Yeah. Yep. When you get chills when you meet people, what do you do? I've been doing it long enough that I usually just kind of like, I don't know, play it off. But so I can feel, like when I'm around somebody that's a bad person, like I can feel it, right? I can see people's auras. But then if I touch them, so like if I shake their hand or if they bump into me, then I can really feel it. And then then it's really tough. Aw. Have you ever had to call the police on them? I mean, we've called 911 a couple times. Yeah, when they crash in the bridge, we always call 911. As a matter of fact, we had probably 6 months ago, we had a head-on collision out here by the pond. And I don't know how in the heck they didn't end up in the pond because of the way the accident happened. They were so lucky they didn't end up in the pond because it was bad enough. Because, we go running out. I went running out in the back deck and I'm screaming like, are you okay? Are you okay? And this woman is like screaming at the top of her lungs. Okay, so apparently her and her husband were in this van and a guy in a sports car hit them head on. And she's screaming to her husband, who's right there, okay? But she's screaming at the top of her lungs, did you see what he effing did? He effing hit us head on. As if the guy didn't know what happened, like the guy was in the same vehicle you were in, And we're like trying to make sure they're okay, And so we called 911 and I'm like, I don't know. All I know is that some woman's cussing at some guy, and, because we couldn't tell. Like, you couldn't tell if we found out after the fact that the husband and wife were together in the same vehicle and that it was just the wife screaming to the husband. But We didn't know because she said something like, that was it. She said, I'm gonna go kick his ass or something like that, right? So then I'm thinking, wait, who's she talking about? You right? So we're trying to figure it out. So I'm on with the dispatcher on 911, and I'm like, I don't know. She said she's gonna kick somebody's ass. And the dispatcher's like, okay, I got people coming out there right now. I didn't know what was going on. We since after the fact found out what happened because she posted something on Facebook like thanking the people that called 911 and that were there for him and all that. But you know, when you don't know what's going on, it's like I'm yelling over to him, you know. Yeah, Michelle, I saw that. I saw that. Thanks, bad. Yeah. She was a cool chick. I mean, she really was. My mother-in-law, man. She and I had our issues and, you know, we had our fights and disagreements, but I loved her and she loved me. So, yeah, the Chesapeake Bay Bridge tunnel. Exactly. That whole bridge, though, like, I hate that whole area. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I live in Florida, and a while back, these guys were running from the police, jumped off a bridge into the ocean, convinced they could swim their way back to shore, and one of them drowned. Oh my gosh! I can believe that. Wow. Morons. Did he flirt? No. No, it wasn't like... I think he, like... Okay, you know how there are just people that, like, exude confidence, and then there are people that, like, exude sexuality? That's how he was. Like, yeah, just very, like, confident. And you would, if you didn't know he was Elvis Presley, you would think he was flirty. But I think that was just how, you know what I mean? That was just, like, how he was. Yeah. Jamie Morton all the time. It's happened several times. Yeah, it's happened several times. And I just kind of try to downplay it and play it off. You know, because what am I going to do? Because I don't want to show them that I'm fearing them. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Yeah, the pond is like on the edge, it's like maybe 5 feet deep, but like in the middle, I think it goes 18 foot deep is what they said. I think the whole middle of it is like 18 foot deep because it kind of like drops off, you know, like a huge drop off. And it's, well, I'll tell you this, when the cars go in, even when they're on like the edge, they sink all the way down to where you really can't see them. A couple of them we were able to see, like, you know, a little bit sticking up, like the hood back end, because they go in head first usually. So this guy, oh my God. So this guy is on his motorcycle. We hear him racing, like at the top of the hill behind our house. We hear him like revving his engine and he's going at it, right? And then I hear a, you know, like a splash. And I'm like, oh shit, did that motorcycle just go in the pond? So you're running out back. And I'm like, are you okay? Are you okay? And he's like, shit. He's cussing. He's like, my girlfriend's going to kick my ass. And he's like, I just bought this damn thing. He apparently had just bought the motorcycle. Apparently that day. And at this point, it's like 11 o'clock at night, right? That he goes into the pond. So he just was like, you know, and the paramedics showed up and they wanted to make sure he was okay. And the police were there and wanted to make sure he was okay. And all he was yelling is, my girlfriend's gonna freaking kill me. I couldn't help but laugh because he didn't care about the motorcycle. He could have cared less. He was worried about his girlfriend. It was funny. Thank goodness he was okay. The motorcycle was probably totaled because, you know, got waterlogged, but who knows, but yeah. When did I realize my abilities and how did it go? 8. I was 8. And you know how when you're a kid and you're growing up, you always just assume that everybody's like you, right? I mean, I just thought everybody was like me. And then I tried to like stuff it. You know, I tried really hard to like stuff it, but you know, throughout years I tried to stuff it, but it just was still there, kept coming back. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't disappear. And then just as I've gotten older, you know, as I started getting older and I started just letting it happen, and yeah, boring story. It's not anything, you know, it's just always been there. You know, I had this little friend of mine, that I've known since I was 4, and, you know, we're still friends to this day. And I mentioned something about something that I saw, and she was like, "What are you talking about?" I mean, I think we were like 8 at the time, 7 or 8 maybe. And then another friend of mine, same type of thing. I started talking about this lady that I saw, and she was like, "What are you talking about? There's no lady over there." So that's when I kind of started figuring out that like, something's different here, you know? Yeah. I do hate when places are crowded. I can usually, for the most part, like if I go to like a rock concert, or I can usually like, I don't know how to explain it. And I should have done this when I went into that church that I was talking about, but I didn't. But when I ran out of that church and went to the bathroom, I did it then. But usually what I do is I like kind of close myself off, you know, so that I can't feel as much, if that makes any sense. Like I can usually like close it off pretty good to where I'm really not soaking up anything, if that makes any sense. Oh, a Scottish Terrier. Yeah, the little dogs are so cute. Ken, I guess they wouldn't be called a Scottish Terrier at your place, would they? Just be a terrier. I like your newer setup, which has, so you can see it. Oh, cool, cool. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. B. Thanks, honey. I almost had that Southern boy sweetness to him. He definitely, and it was so weird because I don't know what I was expecting, honestly, you know? But most definitely that like Southern draw, you know, that my husband's family has because they're from Arkansas. Definitely have that Southern draw. Oh, thanks, Jamie. I don't think I am, though. Yeah. Yeah, the little Scotty dogs. The little... Are they terriers? Do you guys call them Scottish Terriers? The little terrier dogs that have the... what do you call it? They're like curly, like wavy hair. The little Scottish Terriers that have wavy hair. Can I schedule a reading with you after your trip? You're talking about it. I don't mean to annoy you. I just wanted to ask you. Yes, of course you can. I have... when I come... The week I come back, I have a reading that I'm working on. And then if you email me after, let me see, hold on, let me look at the dates because I want to make sure I get this right. Hello, where am I at? Calendar, not calculator, calendar. Okay, so I'm booked the week of the 21st. So if you email me the 25th or 26th, June 25th or 26th, then I can get you scheduled for that next week. Because I generally take at least a week to do readings because I don't get everything all at one time. It comes over, you know, slowly in little chunks here and there. So I always allow myself like, a week to 10 days. So yeah, just write to me the 25th or 26th of June. Email me at victoriapaxton.psychic@gmail.com and I'll get you going. Aw, thanks, Jamie. That's so sweet. My brother's name's Jamie. Although he goes by James now, but I still call him Jamie. He'll always be my little brother and he'll always be Jamie. Yeah, ankle biters. Yeah. We just call them Scotty dogs. They have their hair clipped to look more like square-shaped heads. Yeah. Aw. I think that's what our neighbors have. Yeah, they have Scottish Terriers, yeah. Like, they're really, like, popular here in the States. Everybody wants the little Scotty dogs. Yeah, they do call them little Scotty dogs, now that I saw that. People do call them that. When I got in a taxi in Memphis, I could not understand one word the driver was saying. Such a thick accent. I believe you. I believe you. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you a little story. So the very first time that my husband and I, our kids were little and we took him out to Arkansas, right? To hang out with his mom and dad, to meet his cousins, meet all of his aunts and uncles and his mama and everybody. So we go out there and we're staying with his dad and stepmom. My daughter. So a bunch of his cousins came over. His aunt was over. And like everybody's talking and everybody has this thick Arkansas accent, right? So Tabitha would look at me and I would my daughter would look at me and I would translate. I would be like, oh, he said so and such and Aunt Donette said so and, like that. And so that night I was telling my husband, I was like, you should be so proud of me. And he's like, why? And I'm like, because I was totally able to understand what everybody was saying. And I told our daughter and she actually understood because I was translating, right? It was funny, you guys. It was funny. You had to have been there. But I can totally get that Aussie because I'm from this country and I have a hard time understanding them. So, I mean, they are thick accents out there, really thick accents. No, I didn't forget about you. I didn't forget about you, Ken. You're that week that I get back. I got you. I got you, girl. You never heard that about the terriers? Oh, terriers. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Scottish Terriers. Yeah. I'd rather have a mutt. Victoria's accent. As a tough girl, Victoria enunciates so well, no need for subtitles. Oh, that's good, Jamie. That's great. I try, but you know what? I try really hard. I had pet small birds named Bert and Ernie. Aw, that was cute. Oh my gosh, you guys. What did I hear the other day? Oh, this lady. She had 2 dogs and they were named Pork Chop and Applesauce. I was like, oh my God, that's so cute. Pork Chop and Applesauce. Our neighbor we had years ago, their dog was named DOG. I was like, you should have named him CAT. That would have been funny, right? Here's my dog, Cat. Aw, thanks, Jamie. Thank you, honey. You guys, I'm going to get off of here. It's about that time. I'm burning up. My hair is soaking wet because I'm sweating so bad. I hope you guys have an amazing couple of weeks. I'll be back in a couple of weeks and I'm going to try to get some readings videotaped this weekend, some cases, so that I can post them. Oh, yeah, Ken. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I need to do. I need to go out there and just get in. We have a We have a pool for our subdivision, you know, so it's supposed to open up this weekend, but it's supposed to be so cold, I doubt they even open up. So thank you, Ken. Thank you, honey. You know, I appreciate you so much and I love you. And I'm so sorry about your kitty and I hope you do okay. Guys, have an amazing weekend. Have an amazing few weeks. Happy Memorial Day to all the people in the U.S. And that about does it for me. Bye, guys. I crack myself up.